Let your mind wander in the pure and simple. Be one with the infinite. Let all things take their course. That as long as we are being remembered, we remain alive. Growing up is losing some illusions in order to acquire others. It's exhausting, the energy it takes to unknow a truth. Some things in life are too complicated to explain in any language. Your story is remarkable, even if you don't know it yet. Humanity must forgive humanity, for only then can we be humane. The man who thinks he can and the man who thinks he can't are both right. Truth is neither objectivity nor the balanced view. Truth is a selfless subjectivity. Your sacred space is where you can find yourself over and over again. The elegance under pressure is the result of fearlessness. More powerful than the will to win is the courage to begin. Be sure to place your feet in the right place, then stand firm. Truth is as straight as an arrow, while a lie swivels like a snake. The desire to reach for the stars is ambitious. The desire to reach hearts is wise. The only time you fail is when you fall down and stay down. It takes greater faith to dance in the dark than to rest in light. Lower your expectations, but never lower your standards. The sidelines may be safer, but life is played on the field. It takes more effort to avoid the truth than it does to face it. The serpent, if it wants to become the dragon, must eat itself. It's hard not to feel happy when you make someone smile. Efforts and courage are not enough without purpose and direction. Deal with your past so that it won't affect your future. Once you realize you deserve better, letting go will be the best decision ever. Your direction is more important than your speed. The snow goose need not bathe to make itself white. Neither need you do anything but be yourself. For we can only know that we know nothing, and a little knowledge is a dangerous thing. A dream is a wish your heart makes when you're fast asleep. Half of seeming clever is keeping your mouth shut at the right times. No one from the outside can tell or show you what is in your heart. Contentment is natural wealth. Luxury is artificial poverty. A man should look for what is and not for what he thinks should be. When you say I and my too much, you lose the capacity to understand the we and our. Life did not intend to make us perfect. Whoever is perfect belongs in a museum. Whether we fall by ambition, blood, or lust, like diamonds, we are cut with our own dust. I'd rather die while I'm living than live while I'm dead. History, Stephen said, is a nightmare from which I am trying to awake. Any intelligent fool can make things bigger and more complex. It takes a touch of genius and a lot of courage to move in the opposite direction. You talk when you cease to be at peace with your thoughts. Every act of goodness is born from our desire to be happy. Nothing truly valuable arises from ambition or from a mere sense of duty. It stems rather from love and devotion towards men and towards objective things. Everything in life is speaking in spite of its apparent silence. Winning isn't enough. The acme of all skill is to defeat your enemy before taking the field. Early to bed and early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. A smiling lie is a whirlwind, easy to enter, but hard to escape. In the cherry blossom shade, there's no such thing as a stranger. Until you have suffered much in your heart, you cannot learn humility. Strange how the best moments of our lives we scarcely notice except in looking back. Transmit the established facts. Do not transmit words of exaggeration. If you do that, you will probably come out all right. All wars are won or lost before they are ever fought. The truth will set you free, but not until it is finished with you. My destination is no longer a place, rather a new way of seeing. I knew it like destiny, and at the same time, I knew it as choice. The worst part of being okay is that okay is far from happy. Man doesn't know what he is capable of until he is asked. If I have a platform and a voice, I should use it for my people. Someone else's progress doesn't make yours any less. Supreme excellence consists of breaking the enemy's resistance without fighting. The most wasted of all days is one without laughter. You don't have to like someone, but you have to treat them as you wish to be treated. There's nowhere you can be that isn't where you're meant to be. Perfect happiness is the absence of striving for happiness. Those who win never give up. Those who give up never win. Don't waste your time with explanations. People only hear what they want to hear. The longer we dwell on our misfortunes, the greater is their power to harm us. Life is not about living the safer option. Life is about living a life worth living. During a conversation, listening is as powerful as loving. A man convinced against his will is of the same opinion still. If you are far from the enemy, make him believe you are near. Life is worth living when you have someone to share it with. Don't be afraid to challenge the pros, even in their own backyard. The man who has forgotten self may be said to have entered heaven. Where you are in a few months depends on what you do today. If I have seen further than others, it is by standing upon the shoulders of giants. Our lives can't be measured by our final years. Of this I am sure. All men know the use of the useful, but nobody knows the use of the useless. Stay close to anything that makes you glad you are alive. A person's limitations are only measured by their drive to succeed. There are two ways of spreading light: to be the candle or the mirror that reflects it. Cherish those who seek the truth, but beware of those who find it. If you think you have enough knowledge, you are still ignorant. Always be a learner. If I had to live my life over, I'd live over a saloon. It's not whether you get knocked down, it's whether you get up. To become a lifelong reader, one has to do a lot of varied and interesting reading. Procrastination makes easy things hard and hard things harder. That knowledge, which stops at what it does not know, is the highest knowledge. You must accept the truth from whatever source it comes. Real knowledge is to know the extent of one's ignorance. Know thyself, know thy enemy. 1,000 battles, 1,000 victories. Success in warfare is gained by carefully accommodating ourselves to the enemy's purpose. Our society is run by insane people for insane objectives. It was always the becoming he dreamed of, never the being. It's such a shame to waste time. We always think we have so much of it. By nature, men are nearly alike. By practice, they get to be wide apart. Imagination is the highest form of research. I finally figured out the only reason to be alive is to enjoy it. Sometimes you recognize truth because it destroys you for a bit. There is no doubt fiction makes a better job of the truth. Great results can be achieved with small forces,